today's JMO with Josh and Joe, we have the greatest week one of college football.
It's back.
It is back. It is back with a vengeance. We are going to dive all into the week one action in college football, starting with LSU dominating Clemson. Dominating Clemson.
Go Tigers.
Oh, we dive deep into that game. Next, we move on to Alabama FSU. That one made me so happy. So happy.
Also a win for us.
Yep. Then we go through a couple of the other big games. We go through the SEC as a whole. There were some winners and some losers, even though the score may not have said so.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go finish off with our college football recap with TCU versus UNC. Bill Belichick's college football debut looked similar to his NFL debut.
Yeah.
Then we finish off with the NFL news of the week. Micah Parsons traded to the Green Bay Packers.
Give our take on it. All right, let's rock and roll.
Turn it up, it's JMO with Josh and Joe. Let's start the show. Feel the rush, don't take it slow. It's JMO with Josh and Joe.
Welcome to JMO with Josh and Joe. It is Tuesday, September 2nd. And Joe, this might be the best week one of college football I have ever seen.
It's good.
For me. Like, for us personally, this was my favorite week one of college football ever.
It was a lot of treats, but, not too many cupcakes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, we'll get to all of these, but obviously LSU beat Clemson.
Yep.
That was a big one. We had Alabama get mollywopped.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Ohio State beat Texas. That personally for me was good.
Big win.
We had Miami beat Notre Dame, which is good for both of us because we fucking hate Notre Dame.
And that was an awesome game.
Awesome game. And yeah, then the SEC went berserk and lost only 2 games in their openers.
Yeah.
So I don't remember a week one being this good for us.
And, that's a product of now with the playoffs. Like, teams are willing to do these top 10 matchups, especially at the very beginning of the year. So, but, hey, it's a big win. It's a big win for fans.
Right. I'm just talking about for us, you and I personally.
Oh, yeah.
Like, our hated, obviously, Notre Dame lost. Alabama lost. LSU beat a top 10 team, top 5 team.
Yeah.
And then, for me at least, Ohio State beat Texas.
Oh, as an LSU fan, it's a big win.
This is like I said, I don't remember a week one in college football being this good and this sweet for us.
Yeah.
Just, because obviously Alabama's been dominant, so they always win week one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, it's just I have been rock hard for 3 days straight, and I need to see a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. But yeah, LSU Clemson. We have not won an opening game since 2019. It has been a long, terrible drought because winning the first game of the season sets such a great tone for the rest of the season. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
It's so demoralizing when you get beat the first game, especially if it's a big game, and especially if you lose to Florida State twice. It is just miserable. And then you have your friends from college who just love to talk shit.
Well, yeah, that just eggs it on.
Oh, my God, it was terrible. But LSU beats Clemson soundly.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than waiting, 6 to 8 months for your favorite sport of all time, to come back around only to begin the season with a loss.
Exactly. It's terrible. And then in USC last year wasn't even good.
No.
They weren't even that good.
No.
So it was all around dominant performance from LSU. Bro, we have a defense.
Yep.
We have a fucking defense. I have not been able to say that for the last 5 years.
Yeah, no, it looked really nice. I was kind of getting nostalgic, flashbacks and deja vu from some 2011 defenses and everything. 2003, like this. It was a good sight to see.
Yes, it was very, very nice. I guess let's just start on that side of the ball. The defensive line wreaked havoc. We had, who was it? Who am I thinking of? Brown on the D line.
Or Bernard Gooden.
Gooden, yeah, Gooden was wrecking havoc. Harold Perkins. He's like a little kid out there. He's just having so much fun, just everywhere.
He's found his home at the Star.
At the Star, yeah. He basically filled up the stat sheet. He had that nice. Let's see. He had 2 sacks? Or no, he had a sack, 2 hurries, and that one at the end, obviously, that forced the errant throw to end the game.
Yeah.
He was flying all over the place. Wes and Whit Weeks, just tearing things up.
Yeah.
Flying all around the ball. And it was nice. Our secondary, Mansur Delane, holy fuck.
Dog. He's locking it down.
Oh my!
He's bringing
gosh.
DBU back.
Exactly. Bringing back the Devin Singletary, the Corey Webster, the great Patrick Peterson,
Derek Stingley.
That's what I meant. I said Devin Singletary. Derek Stingley. The great cornerbacks that we've had in LSU history. It's so nice. It's so nice. And then on the offensive side of the ball, Braylon Moore was a standout. Obviously, offensive linemen can't really, they don't really fill up the stat sheet very much, but that's a defensive line from Clemson that has 2 first-round picks on that defensive line by itself.
Oh, yeah.
Clemson's supposed to have 6 first-round picks. Potential.
I mean, they were a good team. They maybe getting a little overhyped, because maybe it's just the ACC is just not as good, which is an argument that could be made. But I mean, they're definitely a good team.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, they 6 potential first-round picks, and LSU gave up 1 sack. 1 sack. They
One
had
sack the entire game.
lockdown, and that the run block was it looked awesome. It made Caden Durham just. I don't know. It looked easy for him at times.
I like the creativity. What I thought last year, there was a lot of slow execution plays. Like, we tried to do too much, little pools and stuff like that. Whereas, and there just wasn't enough. I felt like the defense could predict our running game and such. And that seemed to be completely different this year. I have to give Joe Sloan, actually both defense coordinators, credit. Blake Baker and Joe Sloan.
You mean both coordinators?
You are coordinators, yeah. Both coordinators credit for that one, because I felt like there was creativity. There was a mixed package blitzes on the defensive side, and from the offensive side, there was misdirections on screenplays. You'd see Garrett bump to the left, and then a screenplay open up right in the middle. I was kind of seeing things that I'd never seen before in an offense.
I agree, and they were playing to their strengths too. Trudez, anytime we're in the red zone, Trudez Green needs at least 1 target. At least 1 target in the end zone.
I will say that was the least creative part of the offense, but if you have a 6'7" tight end that can just go up and get the ball, there's no creativity that is needed. You just throw the ball up.
Exactly. Cater to your strengths. 6'7", 240 pounds, Trudez Green is a problem.
Yeah.
He is a problem. And here's the thing. We have a great tight end on the other side, too. Bauer Sharp play really well.
Other than that fumble. That was a little costly fumble. But
other than the fumble. But if you looked, he was there blocking. He was always out. He played very well. I just want to say this. I want to say this while we're focused on receivers. Aaron Anderson needs at least 10 targets every single game.
He's electric.
He's so fucking good. He's so good. And that's the crazy part. He's the best. I think he's the best receiver we have, and we have pro receivers.
Yep.
I mean, wide receiver U. It should be our new name. I mean, shit. Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, DJ Chark. I can go on and on and on.
Yeah.
Of receivers that are in the NFL. that went to LSU. But the fact that our O-line, I'm jumping around here, but the fact that our O-line going into this season was going to be the weakest part, and they actually kind of looked like the strongest part, it just tells me everything about the transformation of this team. I guess the new mentality that Brian Kelly has, these coordinators are obviously working out.
Yeah.
It's, oh my gosh, I'm so fucking ecstatic.
Yeah.
I will say this, we did start slow, but I mean, it's a top 10 matchup. You're in the wrong, the fake Death Valley, and Clemson took forever to fucking start the game.
Yeah.
Like, of course we're going to start slow whenever you pack all your fucking players in the bus and drive them around full pads and everything for like 15 minutes. Yeah, okay, we're going to start slow.
I feel like that's not a good strategy for the start of the game because you want to kind of stay loose and everything. And what you're going to cram everybody into these buses, tiny, big giant guys. I mean, they're not tiny buses, but I mean, for guys like that size,
they make them look tiny.
They're very, very cramped.
Yeah,
you could see some of them like standing up and stuff like that. I don't think that's a good strategy if I'm trying to keep the guys loose.
It probably smells like shit.
It probably does.
Yeah,
it probably does.
We started slow, found our groove in the second half. I got two things that I didn't like about the game, and only one is Brian Kelly's fault. We should have kicked the field goal at the end of the first half.
Oh, definitely.
15 seconds left. Come on, especially a big game like this with the score that close. Like it was tied, right? It was tied.
Yeah,
I think it was tied. Yeah, and
it was either that or it was 3-10. Because I think it was 3-10 at the time.
Okay.
Because I was thinking that we could pull it within 4, and given how the game was going, like
that would have been crucial.
It would have been good, and it would have gone into the half. Like that's the biggest point of emphasis that I thought they should have taken that field goal was because if they take the field goal, take the points, go into half only down by 4, that's a momentum swing.
Huge. Yeah, and instead going into the half, Clemson had all the momentum.
Yeah.
And for us to come back next half and basically just dominate.
Yeah.
Dominate. The field goal call I didn't like, and how about that no catch? That touchdown catch that was but wasn't.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was terrible.
That was bad. That nerd ref. The nerd ref was he was against us tonight.
Yes, yeah, it was bad. And then wasn't his last name like EAUX or something?
I don't know, but he looked like a nerd.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, it was so bad. He caught the ball, he had foot down, crossed the pylon, hit the pylon, and then bounced and then hit out of bounds. Like he stepped out of bounds, and then he landed on the ball out of bounds and didn't actually fumble it. It just came unlodged and back in his hands. It was terrible. Oh my gosh. It's fortunately for us, it wasn't the determinant for the game, but if it had been, riot.
Yeah, because that was a beautiful pass. That was a beautiful catch. And I mean, I read a lot of things afterwards about this, and it's in the rule book. If you have possession, which he made a football move with the football, and you cross the plane, nothing else matters.
Exactly.
Nothing else
right?
matters. It's only whenever you are like in the field of play and you have to come down with the possession, and it seems like they mixed those rules up.
I agree. The defense, just to throw some stats at you, held Clemson to 31 rush yards and 261 total yards. This is a Clemson team that was projected to have Kate Klubnik as the Heisman, and I feel like it was a projected first or second round running back.
No, maybe not the running back, but he was a projected number 1 pick going into this year.
And with a stout offensive line, it's a good day to be a Tigers fan. Good week. Good week. We have Louisiana Tech coming up later. Got to stay focused. You got to beat the small school teams soundly. You got to keep the foot on the gas. That's what Nick Saban was so good at doing.
Yep.
But actually, that's a good segue. Do you want to talk about the Alabama FSU game?
Yep. I guess the last stat I do have from the LSU Clemson. So this was the second season opener against a top 5 AP win in LSU history. First one.
This is
2000
wait. This was what?
This was the second
Second one?
season,
Okay.
season opener win against the AP top 5 in LSU history. The first one,
Top five. Top five. 2019 was Miami, but Miami was number 8.
yep,
Top five. Was it Oregon?
yep,
In 2000? Oh,
you got this.
2013.
Nope,
When was it?
2011.
Oh, it was close.
That was the year that they had actually gone to the national title, too. We just lost that year to
We
Alabama.
did. We lost it. Oh, that was one of the most boring games of all time.
Yeah,
That was a Jordan Jefferson year, huh?
that was a Jordan Jefferson year.
Oh,
Jordan
man.
Jefferson and Jared Lee battle.
Yep.
The entire year.
That
And
was-
then Honey Badger just took whatever you got.
Yeah,
wanted.
oh my gosh, he's still my favorite player on the defensive side of the ball for LSU, like of all time.
Yeah.
My favorite defensive player. Like I loved back when I was a kid. I loved Corey Webster. Obviously Derek Stingley Jr.'s a fucking monster. He was fun. Patrick Peterson. We've had some studs back there, but Glenn Dorsey. Remember Glenn Dorsey back in the mid 2000s?
Oh, yeah.
But there was nobody more exciting than Tyrann Mathieu on the defensive side. But yeah, that's good. Yeah. We need that. That's a solid start. Alabama FSU. I mean, if I wasn't such a huge LSU fan and it wasn't such a big game against the top 5 opponent, this may have made me happier than an LSU win.
Oh, wow.
Because FSU beat the brakes off of Alabama.
They did. They did.
Kalen DeBoer's seat is so fucking hot. Dude, and it hasn't, the social media part of this hasn't helped him at all.
No.
It's because they're digging, and obviously these people, they have, the people behind the computers have no life but to look up demoralizing stats.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I saw one going around that Kalen DeBoer has more losses to unranked opponents in a season in one game than Nick Saban had. What was it? Was it his entire career or he tied his entire career at Alabama?
Yeah, because Nick Saban didn't lose games to unranked opponents.
No, because Kalen DeBoer has lost 4 to unranked opponents, and I think Nick Saban lost 4 in his entire career at Alabama.
Yep.
I think he went through a series of 100 games where he didn't lose to an unranked opponent.
Mm-hmm.
It was just insane. But I mean, that was just Nick Saban. He actually coached harder on weeks that they had unranked opponents. He coached them hard whenever they were playing the Citadel or something.
Yep,
Just because you got to stay focused. He didn't need to help them, on weeks like when they were playing LSU or Auburn, because that team was going to be focused anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not looking pretty. Kalen apparently is a stripper's name.
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw that going around.
Dang. Man, they were doing some deep research into him.
Yeah, it's not good.
Gosh.
Bama fans are not. They're down bad.
Oh, they're definitely down bad.
Good. Good.
Well, look, they've had their time. They've had their moment.
Dude,
all right, so
since 2008 or 6 or whatever, whenever Nick fucking Saban got there.
Yep.
It's been ridiculous. Last time they had a losing record, the social media wasn't even around.
Yep.
It's been so fucking long, and now, good things happen to those who wait, and I've been waiting a very long time. But this might be one of my favorite non-LSU wins or non-LSU games. It's been. I mean, hats off to FSU. Are they the real deal? Castellanos looked really good.
Yeah, I mean, he had some balls. I got to say, he had some big balls, and he backed them up. Calling out Alabama, saying that they don't have Nick Saban to save them this time around, and he doesn't see how they can stop him.
I did hear he talk mad shit.
He was talking mad shit, and I mean, he backed it up. You do have to give him credit.
It's so sweet.
And then you got to give credit to Mike Norvell. I mean,
Yep.
the roller coaster that he's been through to get this team going backward in a upward trajectory. Yeah, I mean, I give him credit and give the athletic director credit too for holding on to him. Like, hey, look, he did have a good season. Things were a train wreck.
Wasn't last year they won one game or something?
2 games.
2 games last year, yeah.
Yeah. So like, just be patient. Like, look, college football fans are insane. They're insane. We are all insane. Like we pour our heart and soul into this, but that's what makes college football great. But at the same time, sometimes you just can't listen to us. Exactly. Like sometimes you just have to be like, hey, look, he is a good coach. Like the circumstances were just terrible because they had a exodus of players after they got jewed out of the playoffs that one year.
Right.
And yeah, so like he stuck to his guns, stuck to Mike Norvell, and props to them. I mean, they look good now. I think he can really, really turn some things around as far as a image standpoint.
Yeah, and I mean, we're fans, right?
We're fans.
Do you know what fan stands for? Fanatic.
Fanatics.
That's what we are. So
Yep.
sue us. But yeah, no, you got a good point. Sticking with Mike Norvell after last season, I think most people would have been gone. But I guess that kind of is. I mean, I guess it depends on who you ask, but that kind of is the beauty of college football now. Again, that's why I said it depends on who you ask. Is you can turn a season around in 1 year.
Yep.
Now with the transfer portal, so it is kind of nice in that sense to where if you have a bad season, you can still get up for next season. Because back in the day, if you had a bad season, that meant you had a bad recruiting class. That means your coaching staff was bad. That means you're either at the down slope of a bad coach or on the just getting started with a new coaching staff, haven't had to recruit. So you're gonna have, if you have a bad year like that, you're gonna have to wait.
Yep.
You're gonna have to wait. It's gonna be a process. Now, you don't really have much of a process. You just pull a Bill Belichick and have 70 new players on your team.
Yep.
We'll get to that game in a little bit, but that was a nice. That was so sweet. Another sweet thing for just me, unless you have something else on the Alabama FSU game, I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, we can move on.
This one was sweet for me because OSU versus Texas was pretty much everything I thought it was going to be and had been predicting it was going to be all summer. I've been on record saying Arch Manning was overrated. I didn't think he had the hype was just because he has Manning on the back of his jersey. I bet on OSU and I won big. It was quite the tough game to watch, I think.
Yep.
I don't know if you agree with that. It seemed like the coaches had the training wheels put on the playbook.
Oh, that was one of my notes. It was very, very conservative play calling.
Yeah, I think Arch Manning had a total of 3 good passes, if I remember correctly.
Oh, he was missing plays left and right.
That he had a brutal 4th down that he should have converted. I don't remember what the name of the receiver was, but he threw it behind it was on a 5-yard in route, and he went across the middle and he threw it behind him, and the guy almost made an athletic catch. I can't remember who it was, but It was on a 4th down and it was to convert. It was on late in the game, and he threw it behind him.
Yeah,
and I was just like, this is Arch Manning. This is why I thought he was overrated. He had never completed a pass in an opponent's stadium before that.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just kind of one of those stats that made me feel better about betting Ohio State.
Well, because the 2 games he played in last year were at home against a cupcake team and then the SEC championship, wasn't it?
I think so. But yeah, this one made me a lot of money.
Do you think there was too high of expectations for Arch?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because I really kind of do break it down. I think this was a win, lose, lose, lose scenario for Arch Manning.
Okay.
So the only way he wins this is if they win and he plays awesome.
Yeah.
That's the only way he wins this type of game. So let's say scenario number 2, he doesn't play so hot, but they still win. That's a lose for him.
Right.
The Heisman odds are going down. He's kind of be like, oh, is he overrated? Pressure's still going to get to him. All right. Also another lose scenario number 3, is if he plays well but they lose, then he's not clutch.
Well,
He can't win the big game. Maybe he's not as good. And then the ultimate worst thing that could happen, scenario 4, that did happen. He played awful and they lost.
Yeah. And to pile on top of that fourth scenario, he played awful. They lost, but they were still. His team was good enough to keep them in it.
Yep.
So he pretty much lost it.
He lost it. Yes.
So that's a cherry on top of scenario 4.
Yeah, it was not the best scenario.
No.
Whatever outcome the worst happened, it happened.
Yep. I'm not ready to count Texas out because, like I said, both those teams are riddled with talent.
Yep.
Ohio State, obviously, Caleb Downs is a fucking monster. Justin saying, I guess it was his first start. He's gonna get better. Ohio State's wide receivers are always the best and some of the best in the nation. It's both those teams. Texas's defense is good. They're gonna be fine. I'm not ready to sell stock in both in Texas. I'm also not ready to completely buy in on Ohio State.
Yeah.
So it was a really good game. If you like that kind of football, which we do, we've been conditioned to like that kind of football.
Yeah.
And yeah. So it was good. It was awesome. We had a top 5 matchup to start week 1. It added to the beauty of week 1 this year. Let's see. Let's go on. Let's do South Carolina versus Virginia Tech, and only because I think let's briefly go through this one. Lenore Sellers, he's okay. He's good, and he's athletic.
He's not bad.
I think South Carolina might be a little overhyped, and I feel like they're constantly being overhyped.
Yeah, well, I think because they're 13th. I don't think they're like a 13th team in the nation. But I think how they won this game is going to be how they're going to need to win, and that's Beamer ball. Mm-hmm. He brought back Beamer ball.
Yep.
Had a punt return for 80 yards for a touchdown, which was pretty sick. He actually juked a lot of people out on that play. They had 2 interceptions. One was pretty key in the fourth quarter, and then basically special teams and defense.
Yeah, dude, it was a baseball score for the whole first half.
Yeah.
It was a baseball score till the fourth quarter. I think it was 10-8 or something like that.
Yeah,
it was weird. But yeah, that was I don't know. We'll see. Do you think that South Carolina's a top 10 team?
No,
well,
definitely not a top 10. I mean, I would question them as a top 15 team. Maybe I'm probably top 20 team.
Well, AP top 25 has them at number 10. So yeah, weird. Let's see. Miami versus Notre Dame. Fucking awesome nightcap, baby. It was incredible. Great fucking game. Catholics versus convicts. Michael Irvin on the sideline. Mario Cristobal. Marcus Freeman. 2 guys I actually kind of like. I hate Notre Dame, but Marcus Freeman was actually kind of like, I was like, I could do Marcus Freeman.
Yeah.
CJ Carr didn't look terrible.
Yeah.
Didn't look terrible. Carson Beck still mid. He had some good plays. He did have good plays. I will give him that.
But I think Mario Cristobal doesn't need a superstar quarterback.
No,
I think he can win with a mid quarterback because he runs a ground and pound game.
Yep.
Like he has a great running game he just needs a quarterback that can make a throw every now and then. And Carson Beck can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Carson Beck was 20 of 30? I think both quarterbacks were actually like 20 of 30. And I think Carson he had 20 of 30, 2 touchdowns. I think he took 1 sack. Good. That's all Mario Cristobal needs right there. That's it. And yeah, oh dude, it was the vibes were awesome that game. It was just and that was another one I made money on, and I hate Notre Dame, so
yeah. Did we have the catch of the year already?
Do you know where CJ Daniels went to college before Miami?
LSU.
Yeah.
We're definitely taking credit for that one.
For sure.
That's where he learned it.
Exactly. And the fact that CJ Daniels transferred because he wasn't getting playing time says a lot about LSU's wide receiving core.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, catch of the year, I think so. That thing, it was nasty. And Carson Beck better be counting his lucky stars because if he hadn't caught that, that would have been picked.
Oh, it was going straight to the defender's hands.
That's what the safety didn't even go to defend because he thought the ball was coming straight to him. He did not think C.J. Daniels was going to be able to get that catch.
Nope.
I mean, nobody did. He was the only one that thought he was going to be able to get that catch. It was unreal. The fucking one arm. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful catch. Miami's defense has improved. They have improved. They weren't as good last year, but they showed a lot of improvement. Is C.J. Carr Derek Carr's relative?
I think there is some sort of relation to him.
Okay.
We can do a quick fact check on that.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at him because he has dark hair. He kind of has a similar face. I don't know if like
the resemblance was there.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's just because it's a basic white boy looking quarterback, and that's pretty much all the Carrs were. They were all just basic white boy looking quarterbacks. But I don't know. It was. I was wondering that. Never really looked it up. Can you find anything on it?
No.
No. Okay, then he probably isn't. Let's see. Let's get to the rest of the. Do you have anything else on Miami Notre Dame?
No.
All
Good
right.
game. Hey, it ain't the end of the world if you lose a game like this, especially now that they're taking in strength of the schedule. So, keep bringing them on week one.
Dude, week one's becoming one of my favorite. Week one in college is becoming one of my favorite. All right, let's see. Let's quickly get through the rest of the SEC. 14-2 record, with Alabama and Texas being the only losses, which is good. That's good. Those are the only two that I really wanted to lose.
Yep.
Dude, I will be honest. I'm a little surprised at how well Auburn played. I don't know if it's because Baylor's bad, but I don't know. I was surprised. Let's put it this way. I was surprised. Unfortunately, I think our boy Dave Aranda might be out after this season unless they somehow turn it around.
I mean, he turned things around last year,
did.
so I wouldn't knock it out. I mean, he saved his coaching job last year by winning 6 straight.
Mm-hmm.
It may be a product. It may be a product of Auburn's football team this year. They were a wild card for me. This was the one game I stayed away from because I felt like I knew what Baylor was, but Auburn I had no idea.
Right.
And especially with Jackson Arnold taking the reins, and he didn't do so hot at Oklahoma, but Hugh Freeze just was like, "Hey, look, you are my new Nick Marshall." So you are running the football. So 16 carries, 137 yards, and 2 touchdowns. It kind of reminded me of the old Gus Malzahn offense with Nick Marshall running the range.
Yeah.
So, hey, if it works, go with it.
Oh, Gus.
Who just took down Alabama yet again as the offense coordinator at Florida State.
I know, that's great. Yeah, he was throwing everything at him.
Gosh.
It was incredible. Wait, I saw a stat. Oh man. It's like Gus Malzahn is 6-7 against Nick Saban or something like that.
Or Alabama.
Alabama. I think it was Alabama. He's 6-7 against Alabama, and they were like, "Well, that's a losing record." But if you look, I don't think anyone has a winning record against Alabama.
Yeah.
Everybody, or at least Alabama when Nick Saban was there.
Yeah. You're not having a good record against Alabama, especially with Nick Saban.
Yeah.
So
but I guess Gus Malzahn, he's the guy. A&M and Kentucky, Texas A&M and Kentucky, I think both of those teams underperformed. I had those highlighted with red highlighter.
red highlighter.
Yeah, University of Texas San Antonio, really? You allowed 24 points, and honestly, it was pretty close for most of the game.
It was. It wasn't like they just scored with garbage time points. They scored all throughout the game.
The entire game, yeah.
Honestly, with those cupcake games like that, for me, if you are close like that, that's a loss.
Yeah,
that's a loss.
Yeah.
There's a way to win cupcake games and lose cupcake games both by winning the game. Still,
Kentucky lost.
Yeah, Kentucky lost to Toledo.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Because they didn't cover.
Your quarterback doesn't throw over 100 yards.
Exactly. Oh wow, I didn't see that.
85 yards.
Ew. Yeah. No, and I think those are my two that really underperformed. I will say this: Missouri might be really good.
Yeah, but that's a tough one. I mean, they did what they needed to do, so I'll give them a win. They won the cupcake week for this week, but it's just still hard to tell. Like Central Arkansas,
Yeah.
who's going over? Who's playing football over there?
I mean, they did what they were supposed to do.
They did what they were supposed to do.
61-6. They had 560 yards of total offense. Bo Pribula looked really good. He ran the ball really well.
Yeah.
I think he had 10 rushes for over 100 yards. Marcus Johnson, he had 5 catches for 130 yards. I think they did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a fan, obviously it gets you hyped up and stuff, but set expectations, temper them down just a second. We'll see what they are about maybe in 2 or 3 weeks when they play somebody.
I agree. What else from the SEC? What else you got?
Well, Ole Miss against Georgia State kind of did the same thing. I don't know why you give the other team advantage or bulletin board material, but one of the players stole an Ole Miss player's chain and then chucked it into the crowd. And then and then it was a bad look. They showed him on the sideline with the score 37-7. So just don't give them fuel.
No,
don't give them fuel.
No.
How many times have we learned this already?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do that, you got to be diabolical, like Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah,
DMing other wide receivers' girlfriends and wives.
That really gets with their head.
Yeah,
that gets in their head a lot.
That to me, I think that's creativity. That's really deep stuff. You're DMing their wives and shit, getting into their family life.
Now it's personal.
Yeah. So I like that. I thought that was hilarious from Jalen Ramsey. But 14-2 record. Like I said, there was a couple of teams that didn't look so hot, which I'm not complaining about because fuck Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good week one. I'm just gonna keep saying that. We had a Monday night game, Joseph.
Okay.
We had a Monday night. Maybe college isn't for Bill Belichick.
Yeah, it was probably the worst thing. It was like a Arch Manning debut for Bill Belichick.
Yeah. So yes. So Bill Belichick was the Arch Manning of week one
for head coaches.
I will say this: the stars came out. Did you see the box with Michael Jordan and Roy Williams and Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah. That's a hell of a press box. Or his press suite.
Yeah, that's insane. But yeah, UNC looked great for the first five minutes. No, not even 3 minutes.
5 plays or 7 plays. Whatever that first drive was.
That drive was insane. It was great. And then all downhill. All TCU. Sonny Dykes, good win. Good way to there was a lot of it was in Chapel Hill, Bill Belichick, all the lights, everything, all the stars.
Packed house. First drive, touchdown, made it look easy. Sonny Dykes kept his team composed, and they came out and dominated. I just question the motivation factor of Bill Belichick. Because, I mean, he's one of those, he kind of, you have to, impress him type of thing, but he's never going to get into the emotional aspect of the game, whereas you see is more prevalent in college football with the younger demographic of players that you're coaching and such, and they're kind of getting worked up into the game and especially the atmosphere of a college game as well. I just question, can he get the guys motivated especially when you're getting down a bunch of plays?
Dude, Bill Belichick couldn't motivate David Goggins. Okay, he couldn't motivate Tony Robbins. He couldn't motivate both of them if they were both in the same room. That's why he belongs in the NFL. He needs to be with adults. He needs to be with grown men who are making millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Not with these kids that he has to be the one that is the source of their energy.
Yeah.
I am I'm excited to see how the rest of the season goes for UNC.
Yeah.
Because now granted, I don't know how TCU is. A couple years ago they were obviously in the playoffs. They were a pretty good team. Not so great last year. Not bad, but not great. I think they went 9-4.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was a spectacular
Right,
season from
right.
them. But
So-
Sonny Dice is a good coach, and so they'll be competitive each year.
Right. So I don't know. It's a testament of how bad UNC, or that's the thing with these first games. It's just like you got nothing to go off of, and you can't really go back to last year like you used to be able to, just because there's so many. Like UNC, for instance, had 70 kids transfer or whatever. They had, they cleaned house and then they brought in 70 new guys. Like, and Gio Lopez is not the Bill Belichick quarterback.
No, he's not.
He's not. So like I'm interested to see, like, maybe Bill needs I guess if you heard the interview before the game, his NFL debut kind of started similar to his college debut. He got blown out in both games.
Okay,
Yeah.
but not by 40. He didn't let the other team score 48 points because that was the most in his entire career.
Right. But he said that Jimmy Johnson stomped him in his first game. So
I'd believe that.
Maybe that's just his. He never allowed a team to score more than 48 points.
That's what I heard.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Good for
He's
Bill.
always been a good defensive mastermind.
That's why I almost picked the under on that, but I stayed away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was TCU UNC. I loved that college football decided to take up the entire weekend.
Yep.
The entire weekend. It was great. We had what, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday football.
Yeah.
Please. That's a well, I mean, I guess it's just like the regular season, just all college.
Yeah, just give me more.
You can keep them coming. You got anything else on college football? Little tidbits or anything on before we get to this NFL news?
Well, I guess let's. I did have some standout players from the SEC that I wanted to highlight that I thought did really good. Diego Pavia.
Oh, from Vanderbilt.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think he's back around. They'll be a feisty team again.
I was about to say they were feisty last year. They had some they had a little fight in you.
Yeah. Another shout out to Arkansas's Taylon Green. Actually had a pretty good game. 24-31, 322 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Holy shit!
Yep.
I mean, Arkansas played what? Who they played?
They played Alabama A&M, but again,
hey, that's what we talked about. You got to beat those cupcake teams the way you're supposed to beat cupcake teams.
and I thought that was pretty impressive. So, and then the other one, again, not a great team, but this one kind of scares me a little bit and it gets me a little bit worrisome, especially since we have to play them at the very end of the season. But Oklahoma's John Mateer. He was transferred from Washington State, had himself a great year the year before. Just didn't know how it was going to translate. First game started off 30 of 37, 392 yards and 3 touchdowns. I don't know. He gives me a problem. Gives me a problem vibe.
I think this is going to be Brent Venables last year.
Ooh.
I think Oklahoma is garbage. They played Illinois State and they only scored 33 points. Brent Venables is gone.
Okay.
He's trash. They beat Alabama last year, and that was their saving grace. That was his saving grace, and Alabama's not even that good. So
Yeah.
I like those. Those are good highlights. We should do that. We should highlight some players in the SEC that did exceptional. I'm gonna throw my boy Mansur Delane in there. He was just all over the place. It was beautiful. But it was a good thing it was because Cade Klubnik was hurried most of the time because of that defensive line and those linebackers.
Yep.
It was just a complete defensive team. All right, I'm getting off track. NFL. Only thing I really have is the Micah Parsons got traded to the Green Bay Packers for 2 first-round picks, a 2025 first-rounder, and a 2026 first-rounder and 2027 first-rounder, and defensive tackle
Kenny Clark.
I almost said Kelly Clark. Kenny Clark. Jerry's lost it, huh?
that was quite a saga. Honestly, I feel like there's a Netflix docuseries brewing about this situation.
100%. They're just waiting on Jerry Jones to die so they can make it the way they wanted to make it.
That's true, because he's probably going to have a lot of influence into it. But, yeah, there was a lot of drama that went into this one. And, yeah, I don't know how you end up like this.
No, it just seemed like they were going to be, because this has happened many, many times. They drag it out, but they always find a way to make a deal.
Scary Terry.
Always, yeah.
Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, they always find a way to make a deal. I mean, even last year, the year before, this happens every single year. There's hold-ins, hold-outs, whatever. But this one was different. It was weird. And it seemed like Micah Parsons wanted to stay. But there was so many smoke screens. There's so much shit that was going out there. But, I just think it just boils down to he's senile and he's losing it. I saw one meme that was kind of funny. They were like, all right, explain this to me in NBA terms. And they were like, imagine trading your 26-year-old superstar away. That's what this is like.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was. I thought it was kind of funny. Dallas Mavericks trading Luka away. Dallas Cowboys trading Micah Parsons.
Yeah, it's been rough for Dallas fans for superstars.
Yeah. What's wrong with Dallas?
I don't know.
I thought Dallas is a fun place. A lot of rich people, really cool. I don't know. Great for Green Bay. I don't know if this is what this might be what vaults them to serious playoff contention. I think
it definitely could.
I mean, because when you and I did our projections on our NFL preview, I had Green Bay winning the division.
We both had
Green Bay winning the division. They have a good team. I think Jordan Love's going to come into his own. They have Jaden Reed's good. I like Tucker Kraft. He's a good tight end. Josh Jacobs is still there. They have a solid defense. Their secondary was really good. They just added one of the most dynamic pass rushers in the game. Green Bay is going to be a force to reckon with. Good.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of momentum going on in Green Bay because of that trade. You got to be excited about it. And, I mean, we already said that they were one of the more consistent teams in the NFC North for the last couple of years. And then, adding a dynamic playmaker like that, it's exciting. Mm-hmm. I will say, though, with all this saga, because I read into a good bit of it, I figured out a new term that happens a lot of times when it comes to contract disputes. Have you ever heard of the term hotboxing?
No.
So
the only thing I know about hotboxing is smoking lots of weed.
Yes, and it's so similar concept
in a car.
Similar concept here in that aspect, but it's actually whenever you meet with front office, whether it's owner or general manager, when a player meets with them for some sort of other reason and they entrap them into talking about their contract. Because typically those negotiations are always done through the front office and the agent, the player's agent. So, but typically it's like an entrapment thing, and it's apparently something that Jerry Jones has been very known to do with a lot of his players. He even tried to do it with Dak Prescott, but Dak Prescott was having none of it. But yeah, hotboxing.
Interesting, hotboxing.
Yeah, now you know.
I like this term. So I guess it didn't work with Dak Prescott, and he tried to do it with Micah Parsons, and he's finally getting.
Yep.
Huh. I don't know what to make of that.
It's interesting. It like I said, I think there's a docuseries, a Netflix docuseries, just brewing up right now. But just because that's what we get after every big drama event.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's definitely the move. Get the agent out of the equation. Just talk to the player himself. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good job, Jerry. Well, I mean, not anymore, but yeah, I guess Jerry had it. Now he's losing it. But yeah, you got anything else on the NFL?
I think that's about it. We got week 1 coming up.
Week 1 coming up. Yeah, I'm excited. I got my I'm not watching the Saints this year, so I got my betting leagues, my fantasy leagues, everything. I got 3 fantasy leagues, a Survivor league, 2 betting leagues. I'm just gonna do everything but watch the Saints.
Well, did you adopt a team this year?
Oh, I did.
Remember our adopt a team?
Adopt a team. Who did you adopt?
I'm adopting the Bengals.
The Bengals. Yeah, I think I might do the same thing.
It's very easy as an LSU fan.
So easy as an LSU fan. It's like it's a no-brainer, you know.
Yeah.
And they're going to be so much fun to watch. So yeah, I'm going to do that. LSU got ranked number 3. That's I was very surprised at that. I'm kind of glad. It's nice. We jumped a lot, and I'm kind of surprised we did.
It feels good to be back up there.
It does. It really does. It just I've just been staring at the AP top 25 for the last couple of hours, and it's really cool. I know they don't mean anything, but they mean something to me. One little surprise: Alabama dropped 13 spots. That was oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You're doing a lot of ranking right now, janking it, jacking it off a little bit, like ranking it, like how you masturbate to your
roster bait.
Yeah,
I'm ranking. I'm ranking.
You're ranking it right now.
I'm racking off. Ranking off. And Texas went down 6 spots to number 7, so it's not too bad. Again, yeah, these rankings don't matter one bit, but it's still nice to see.
They make us feel good.
They make us feel good, yeah. But you got anything else?
I think that's about it.
Alrighty, we'll see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Later.